So, if you are fine with the last class, today we are going to discuss about the concept of collection stage. Sorry, not the collection stage. What is that one? Multi-calculation stage. Okay. So in the previous class we have done with that data items, and we have done with the calculation stage. And we have used with the support of calculation stage, we have used the multiple calculation stages, and for each and every calculation stages, we are performing single operation. For addition, one calculation stage; multiplication, one more calculation stage; subtraction, one more calculation stage; division, one more calculation stage. This we are drag and dropping multiple calculation stages. So even though we are performing the multiple different calculations, today we are going to perform all these calculations in a single calculation stage, that is called multi-calculation stage. Okay? Any doubts?
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So once you are logging, you can change your date and time, that is not a problem. Up to login only, you have to manage on or before 2017 May. Okay? So, home tab, studio tab. Okay, this studio tab is very important for me because in this studio tab only we can perform several types of
Action.
bots, several types of actions, create several types of bots, everything. Okay, from today onwards we are going to use only objects. Okay, got the point, double. So from today onwards we are going to use objects. So in the previous class where we have used process studio, sir.
Yeah.
So from today onwards we are going to use object studio. Okay, so what is the difference between process studio and object studio is, first of all, so whatever we are going to do in object studio, so it is not possible to do in process studio. So an object studio can perform the both the process of process studio and have its own features. Okay, this is the first point you have to identify.
Okay. Okay.
So whatever the Process Studio can do, Object Studio can also perform. But whatever Object Studio can perform, a Process Studio cannot perform. Okay, remember this point. Very much important point of view question.
Okay.
So in the previous class, we have seen only the simple calculations, that is addition, subtraction, and then the two simple calculation stage. So and perform this simple calculation stage in this one also. So one of the major difference between these two is if you are creating process. So if you create process, the first step is create process. Since you are creating the bot in Object Studio, it will ask as a create object. Okay, another difference. Got the point, Goblu?
Yeah.
So in the Process Studio, it is calling as a create process, but in the Object Studio, it is calling as a create object. Okay. So the object name is first object. Okay. Go to next. The description is not necessary. Finish. So double click on this. Okay. So this is the start stage, end
Yeah.
stage, and this one is called as information block. Okay, this one is called as the information block. You can find everything from here only. Okay, what the point, Bablu?
Yeah.
From here only you can find any
All in.
anything. So I'm changing this name. Okay, rename as simple calculation. Okay, simple calc. Okay, so in the previous you have seen that there is
It's
a
connected
link
as.
between the start and end. After renaming, there is no connection. Okay, what the point?
Yeah.
So if you want to create a data item, see here there is a data item. So once I can drag and drop the
Yeah.
data item. So double click on this. So
Where one or
where one variable one and the data type is number.
number.
Initial value is 500. Okay. Drag and drop one more data item, variable 2, and once again this one also number. Initial value is 100 this time. Say okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So
Yeah.
at present, I'm perform the two actions what we have done yesterday. Okay, the simple calculations, and I'm adding sum of two numbers. Okay, for sum of two numbers, I'm dragging the calculation stage. Okay, click on this calculation stage. So what we do, we need sum. Okay, so in order to do sum, we have to add the value of variable 1 and value of variable 2. So drag and drop the variable 1, okay, plus, and drag and drop the variable 2.
Okay.
So validate this expression. So it is saying that it is having some errors. So The store result does not exist. Okay, so first of all we think about the store result. So store result in the sense sum. Okay, I'm creating one more variable, that is sum. Okay, for more is sum of two. Okay, okay, problem.
Yeah.
Okay, the sum of two. So data item has been created. Now the expression is valid. Okay,
Yeah.
click OK. So you can check this expression also for trial version. So okay, done. Okay,
Yeah.
working.
Yeah. Fine.
Okay, so see,
Yeah.
and we have seen this in the previous session. So we can create the
Yeah.
data item in two ways. We can drag and drop, or else in the calculation stage, by clicking this button also you can create a data item. Got remember this point,
Yeah.
and link the stages. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Mm.
okay,
First save.
errors is zero, no more errors. So we have given the variable one, variable two, and it doesn't give the value for the sum of two, because the sum of two value must be come from
Variable one.
the
Variable.
sum of variable 1 and variable 2. That's why we are not providing even initial value also. So start the process, go. Okay,
And process completed.
yeah, process is completed.
But sir,
So
here
the,
what
yeah,
what is difference between project process studio and object studio? Because the last day and same day we are doing same process.
so
Name
okay, so after okay, we will soon we will come across the difference between the process studio and the object studio. So in the process studio, in the class or else last session itself, I have told you that in the process studio, maximum we can do calculations only. So in the real time, so at present we have to work with MS Excel, and we have to work with the
I say
Access. Okay,
okay, and today we are doing same concept and same process. Then
so
there
that's
is
what
no
I
difference.
yeah, that's what I'm saying is what the process studio can perform is object studio can perform. What the object studio can perform, the process studio cannot perform. That's
And
what I'm
yeah,
saying. So
okay,
the process studio performs, object studio is also performing. Okay. Okay, let me finish these two applications. Then after we come across the what is the difference between the process studio and object studio. Why we are preferring the object studio, why we are ignoring the process studio. Okay, got the point.
yeah,
So this is the first application, and okay. So save this, okay, because this one is completed.
okay. Some of the
Okay,
yeah.
so we are opening some more.
Sir, please maximize the screen of Blueprism. Sir. Please.
Maximize. So how can I maximize? Okay, let me open magnifier. So that is better for you. So there is no maximize button. See, observe.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, complete for this step. No, no, sir, I'm not saying this.
Yeah.
I'm not saying for a zooming, sir. Just maximize as will
So there
happen
is
or
no
as
maximizing. Okay.
bottom side.
So if you are if you need zoom, that's why I'm opening the magnifier. So since the letters are very small, it is difficult for you to see. That's why. If it is easy for you, no problem. Okay. So this is new obj, and the description is not necessary. Finish, and once again double click on this. So rename this. So we are renaming as all calculations. Okay.
Okay.
So once again the drag and drop the data item
Get.
and provide the variable value and the data type is number. Initial value, let it be 500. Say okay. Drag and drop one more data item. So this one also number. This time let it be 100. Say okay. So this time drag and drop one calculation stage. So we are performing addition, that is sum. So add the values variable 1 plus variable 2, and this one is sum.
Some.
Click on this. So the data item sum is created. Say okay. See,
Yeah.
and drag and drop one more calculation stage, and subtract,
So
drag and drop variable 1 minus drag and drop
variable.
variable 2 and store this in sub. Now the sub data item is created. Say okay. So this is the sub data item. Drag and drop one more calculation stage. So this is for multiply. So drag and drop variable 1 into drag and drop variable 2, sorry, variable 1 into drag and drop variable 2 and store in mul. Say okay. Now mul data item is created. Say okay. So this is the mul data item. Drag and drop one more calculation stage. So we are performing divide, drag and drop variable 1 by drag and drop variable 2, and we are storing in div. Say okay. Now div data item is created. Say okay. So this is the div item. So as per the previous class also, once again I'm saying that the first two data items are input data items and the remaining four data items are output data items. Okay.
Yeah.
So there is no difference between input data items and output data items. Based upon the functionality only, you can came to identify so which data item we are using for what purpose. Okay. So now everything is okay. Now finally connect each and every stages. Okay. Click on the link. Start to sum. Sum to subtract. Subtract to multiply. Multiply to divide. Divide to end.
Mm.
So in this way we are linking each and every stages.
Yeah. No error. One error.
Okay.
Okay.
The one error in the sense in the beginning of the application the stages are not connected. That is the error. But now each and every stage is connected. That's why no error.
Yeah. Um,
So
New road.
sum, subtract, multiply,
Dot code
divide.
is
Okay?
okay.
Got the point? So these two applications we have done in the previous session and we have done in the now today we have done in this the same application in Object Studio. Okay.
Object. Yeah.
Can you execute once again or else can I close this? Okay. Can I close this or else execute once again with different values?
Yeah, same. Close this.
Yeah.
Close
Close. Okay.
this. Yeah.
So okay. And now we have to perform all actions at a time.
Yeah. Collection.
All calci. This one is not necessary. Finish. Double click on this application. Okay. So we
Yeah.
are performing
All 12.
the multi calculation stage. Okay. So in the previous application for subtraction one data item, for addition one more data item, for multiplication one more data item, and division one more data item. So since we are having five calculations, we need five data items. If there are 100 calculations, we need 100
100
calculations.
item.
Yes. Is it easy to perform? Can you understand the point, Bablu? What I'm saying? In the
Yeah.
calculation stage, the previous
For
application
num.
have only four calculations. That's why four calculation stages. If you are having 400
Yeah.
calculations, can you drag and drop 400 calculation stages?
Yeah. It's not
So
too
even though
much
it is possible,
time.
this application looks good. Got the point?
Yeah.
Even though it is possible, drag and drop 400 calculation stages is not impossible. It is possible. But whether the application looks good or not,
Much.
Yeah, you catch my point.
Yeah, not like.
So the application looks not good.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why we have to precise the application. So when the applications are else, when the calculations are going to be increasing, so we have to perform the multiple calculations in a single stage. So in order to perform the multiple errors, different calculations at a time in a single stage, so we are having multi-calculation stage.
Multi.
Okay. So
Yeah,
before discussing about this multiple calculation
yeah.
stage, so drag and drop the data item.
Put items where one.
Okay.
Yeah. Pattern.
Okay. So double click on this multi-calculation stage. So this is calculations. Okay.
Okay.
So we are having some expressions. Okay.
So variable.
Let's store this in some data item.
Some. Save it.
Okay. Created.
Yeah.
Add, drag and drop variable 1 minus
Yeah.
variable 2, store in sub. From this sub data item is created. Add, drag and drop variable 1 into
Two.
variable 2, store this in mul. Click on this. Now mul data item is created. Add, drag and drop variable 1 divided by
Divide.
variable 2, store in div. Now div data item is created. Save, add, sorry, represent, we have done with some subtract, multiplication and division. So represent, need to add the data
Oh,
item. So say okay. Okay.
okay.
Okay, Bobby.
Yeah.
So this is the multi-calculation stage. So in this multi-calculation stage, we are performing the multiple different calculations or else operations or else actions in a single stage.
Okay.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
So it is precising the application also. Got the point?
Yes. Yeah.
So compared to the previous application, this application is very precise and looks good because
Kind
only
of.
one stage can perform 4 different types of
All like.
calculation, or else as per your words all calculations. Okay. So Once again, link all the stages. Start to multi-calculation stage, multi-calculation stage to end. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. No errors. So once again, but this multi-calculation stage, it takes time to execute because see, calculation stage is only a single calculation, but this multi-calculation stage is a multiple different
Mul-
types of calculations. That's why compared to the calculation stage, multi-calculation stage takes time to execute. Okay,
yeah.
simple point, not that much complicated.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Output or fixated.
So, are you feeling that it is taking much more time compared to the simple calculation stage?
No, much less time.
No, the only difference is the nanoseconds difference.
Yeah, and the
So,
time
yeah,
taking
almost
less
same.
time
Yeah,
and
same time.
looks good.
And moreover, so the application execution also become very fast with the support of multi-calculation stage. So in the case of calculation stage, first of all visit the addition, then after go for subtraction, then after go for multiplication, then after go for division. So the previous application takes more and more time.
Yeah,
But come to the part of multi-calculation stage, so all since all the calculations are executed at a time, and all the four fields will get a result at a time and within less time.
yeah,
So that's what we are saying is multi-calculation stage will precise your application compared to the single stage, single calculation stage.
yeah,
So from this point, what we are going to say is, if the single calculation stages are going to be increased, the application will take more and more time to execute to get accurate output. Okay,
okay.
what the point?
Yeah,
As the single calculation stages are going to be increasing, your application will take more and more time to execute. So the customer will not accept this kind of situations or else this kind of conditions because customer always require output in a less time. He requires output in a less time with effective output and efficient output or else accurate output. Yes
okay.
or no?
Yeah,
So for this purpose, these kind of topics you have to follow.
mm,
Got the point? Say Bablu.
yeah,
Any,
yeah. Yes.
any
No, no,
doubt?
no doubt. No doubt.
So are you fine with calculation, multi-calculation stage?
Yeah,
So if you find with the multi-calculation stage, so with the support of calculation stage, we have to do one application. Okay. So for suppose we do one thing, sum of 1 to 10 numbers. Okay.
okay.
Got the point? Bablu?
Yeah,
Sum of 1 to 10 numbers.
okay.
So you have to calculate the sum of 1 to 10 numbers. Confuse.
Mm,
Confuse. So our application is to calculate the sum of 1 to 10 numbers.
okay.
Didn't get the point.
Yeah, got it. But how to perform, sir?
Yeah, I will tell.
Okay.
You're fine with this concept. We will go to
Yeah,
that application. Okay. Okay. So create object. So sum of 1 to 10, not necessary. Finish. Double click on this. So to perform 1 to 10 numbers, we need to perform looping action. Yes or no? Yes or no, Bablu? To perform sum of 1 to 10 numbers, we need to perform looping action. Understand the concept what I'm saying? Hello?